Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel, we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their daily chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options trading, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel and support and resistance. Now, just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. And I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and you'll get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account. You'll get 1 free stock. Also, don't forget, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks, so if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I will try to get to it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. Okay, so today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. Taking a look at the market here, the S&P 500 is up 1.48%. The Dow is up 1.29% today, and the NASDAQ is up, leading the day, 1.69%. So totally different day from yesterday, as these were reversed yesterday. These were red, about the same amount yesterday, pretty much, okay, even more. So pretty much the day got flipped from yesterday, and everything has changed. You had a big sell-off yesterday, especially in tech. And now everybody came back in and they are buying the dip today, as you could see in the market. So hopefully they will continue for the rest of the week and we will see green and everybody has a great week. Okay, so let's get into the stock I wanted to take a look at today. Today I'm going to be covering Peloton. I've done a few videos on this one in the past. I'll provide a link in the upper right hand corner to the most recent one. And you could go back and check that out if you want to see how I got to where my chart is now. You should be seeing the link right about now. But anyways, at the time of this recording, Peloton is currently trading at $82.80. It is up 45 cents on the day, which is the equivalent of about 0.56%. On the week, this stock is down 5.87% so far. In the past month, it is down 15.35%. So not a very good month for Peloton. Pretty much straight down on the chart here. And in the past 3 months, not much better. It's down 31.84%. Just in the past 3 months here, okay? And in the past year, this stock is down 23.11%. So not a very good past year for Peloton here. And one of the few stocks that I've covered that's actually negative in the past year. I really haven't covered many stocks that are actually have had negative returns in the past year here. Okay, so going back a year, let's find October 5th here, and we could find it right around here. You could see, we are negative 23% going back to this date on the chart, okay? And you could see on October 5th, we closed the day, this day, at $110.74. So we're pretty far away from that. Actually, was I on the right date? Yeah, $110.74 we closed October 5th of last year. So we are far away from that right now, as we're at $82 right now and 77 cents today. Okay, so we have a lot of catching up to do to get back to even on the year, and we'll see what the rest of the year brings for Peloton. But we're at a critical point for this stock, and we'll go over that in a minute. But let's go over the chart here. You could see at the top here, this stock had a 52-week high, an all-time high of $171.09. And let's zoom in here. It hit that on January 14th of earlier this year. So one of the most noticeable things about this chart here is you could see, just by looking at it, you could obviously just point out that it is looking like it is a head and shoulders pattern. Obviously, looking at the left side, you have a shoulder, in the middle a head, and on the right side another shoulder. So you could see the big run up, and then the all-time high here, and then on the right side here, after the correction we had in February, after all the SPACs and the growth stocks got crushed because of the rising yields, the rising bond yields here, it failed to get back up to those all-time highs. And now we are sitting at a critical support level here around $80. And it looks like if we don't hold that line there, we could fall even further. So it's going to be very important for this stock to hold this support, or we will fall even farther than we have already fallen so far. So let's get into the chart here. You can see at the top I have a resistance line around $167. The stock is going to need to get back up to this level, and that will be resistance around 167. We've gotten above there intraday, but we've never closed a day out above $167. So we'll need to get back to there and close the day above 167 if we want to see it make a new high. Now going down the chart, we have resistance, major resistance around $130.60, it looks like. You could see on the way up, the initial run up here, it ran into resistance right around that level, making that left shoulder here on the chart. And then after it made the all-time highs, it tried to make that run up again, and it ran into resistance right there again. So that's going to be a major resistance point going forward. We're going to need to break through that in the future if we want to see this thing get back up to those highs that we saw back in February. Okay, so keep that price point in mind in the future, all right? Now going down our chart, we thought we had a nice support line down here at $100. All right, everybody thought that was going to hold up, but we did run into some problems with their bikes and some other problems they had with some safety concerns just a couple months ago. So that was the reason that the $100 support level broke. I think it was right around here, and also the correction caused that to break here. This was back in May. So you saw that support level break, and then now we are seeing this support level break again during this correction we're having in the market in present day here. So we're seeing this break again. We dropped down to our last support level here around $80. And if this doesn't hold up, well then I would say that my next support level that I would draw in is going to be right around here, and that's going to be around $73. So if we end up getting some more selling in the market, it looks like $73 would be the next area that you would find support for this stock. So keep that in mind if we do get some more sell-offs coming maybe later this week or into next week. Hopefully not, but it always is a possibility. This could be just maybe a dead cat bounce where, there's one day of buying and then it goes back to a sell-off. We have seen that before, like we saw back in March, April, and May. During that correction, we saw that a lot where, there was sell-offs and then you would see a couple days of buying and then back to selling. So if it does happen, this would be an area to watch down here around that $72 or $73 area. You could see that was a former resistance area on the way up. So that's what I would watch out for there. Now looking at the chart here, you could see we are below the 200-day moving average here in the yellow. We're below the 50-day in the blue. 21-day here in the light blue, we're below that, and our 8-day here in the white. So we're below all of our moving averages. We need to get some momentum going with this stock. Hopefully a nice bounce off this support will help us, just like we did back here in May. All right, we had a very nice bounce off this support, a nice V-shaped recovery here. Hopefully that's what will happen here, as you can see the nice, not the nice, but the straight down action here. Hopefully that will cause a V shape as we recover off this support, all right? just like we did back here as we went straight down, and hopefully that will just cause us to bounce straight off that support, just like back right here, you know, just like back in May. All right, so let's switch over to our weekly chart, see if we could find anything on here, maybe some support off of our moving averages. And it doesn't look like we can find anything here. As you could see, you know, back in May, it looked like, or this was back in March, you know, we did have some help from our 50-period moving average on our weekly chart, but ultimately it looked like we lost that when we went into May, but we did quickly recover it a couple weeks later. So we did lose all of these just recently, like a couple weeks ago. So we don't have any support over here on our weekly chart from our moving averages. I have the 50 period, you know, our 21 period, and our 8 period moving averages on our weekly chart. So none of those are going to support us on our weekly chart here. You could always put in, you know, moving averages of your own if you want to on your own chart to see if any of those are supporting us right now on the weekly chart. And, you know, just mess with that on your own chart and see what you could find there, okay? So switching back over to the daily chart, and, you know, that's about it. We're going to need to see this thing hold up at this $83 support, and then from there, we're going to have to get back above this $100 area, okay? Let me just, one more thing, draw a trend line here just to show you guys what's going to happen. You know, we're going to need to either get back above that $100 area. Let me switch the color for you. So when we bounce, we're going to need to bounce and then get above this trend line here. Okay, if we bounce and then fail to break above this trend line and then just keep, you know, falling back down towards this support, then, you know, that's not going to be good. We need to bounce and then break above this trend line here, okay? We need to make a higher high so we can break up towards this $130 resistance area up here, okay? Just making a bounce isn't going to do us any good here. We need to make a higher high instead of making these lower lows that we have been making since making this all-time high. So we need to make a nice bounce and then make a higher high up here to break this downtrend that we have been in, as you could see from this red trend line that I just put in. So we need to break out of this trend line here, and we have till, it looks like, you know, this goes all the way till around February, till it crosses into our support here. So we got a little bit of time until it crosses into our $80 support here. So we have a little bit of time with this one. It's not very urgent, but it would be nice to see this thing make a nice bounce and break that trend line here and make a nice higher high, and then, you know, make its way up to that $130 area up there. Okay, so that's my update on this one. If you guys liked it, do me a favor and hit that like button. Really helps me out, really helps out the channel. And make sure you subscribe and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.